Hey, somebody else said it. And I want to talk to you today about Donald Trump. I'm very excited about that. Now, am I going to vote for Trump? Because on today's episode, I want to give you 7 rules to becoming a politically independent thinker. Number 1 is fear being afraid. If anyone attempts to make you afraid of something, then that's the thing you want to be afraid of, is their propaganda. Number 2, history predicts now. Number 3, author your local story as it relates to the national political conversation. Number 4, enjoy the show, enjoy the entertainment. Number 5, value the unpredictability of it. Number 6, consider all the candidates. And number 7, treat your vote as if it's money.
Most of my information about this Donald Trump movement has not come from the talking heads, has not come from watching the media. It's come from gleaning the emotional responses to Donald Trump by observation, being around people when the name Trump is mentioned, how some people react, how some people don't. I attempt, as best as someone who typically looks like this can, cross borders with the people that I associate with. And
I hope I get some, window into, what every side is thinking. And certainly radio talk show certainly fills in the gap, and it gives me the uncut perspective of why people support Trump.
Go and look at what the reactions were to Ronald Reagan.
And the significant thing about Ronald Reagan, of course, for the pundits, is that the last time they were forced to, the 40 years ago when the Republican Party went to an open convention, which was predicted on House of Cards quite SQUIRCULARly, was when Ronald Reagan ran against incumbent Gerald Ford, who, much like Francis in House of Cards, was not elected. He rose through the ranks, if memory serves me correctly. And if you're watching this video, please post a comment and correct that, because I do want to know, and probably right after I'll go look it up. But the point is that Trump ought not inspire any more fear than Ronald Reagan did, which, if memory serves, was a tremendous amount. I mean, Ronald Reagan had been an executive of California, and we had witnessed his strong-arm tactics in dealing with opposition on other Californians at the time. And so we could pretty much clearly predict that Ronald Reagan was not taking any shorts when it came to protesters, oppositions. He was the guy, he was the chief executive. He was there to execute whatever the order that is given. And that's what we have to understand about the president, people. Somehow we think he's the author of the order. Really? I'll just do that, and then we'll let that conversation play itself out. Because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about why Trump is good for all of us. Whether he wins is not up to any of us. See, we have to let go of that notion that I'm gonna live my life and be an example, and I'm going to attract other people to me because of my example. And I'm gonna talk to the people in my town that are running for office, and I'm gonna say, hi, Mr. Joanos or Joanos. I have not met you yet. My name is. I talk to strangers. Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you're thinking we could do around here to make our lives better. You see, so Don, it's we're a few ways away from having a conversation with the chief executive, who's pretty much there to execute orders that are given, okay, by the board and the corporate structure to make it even more clear what we're talking about here. So the fact that Donald Trump is um, despised by his own party is just, I mean, you cannot write drama that good, and if you did, no one would believe it. So,
Democrats, because my enemy's enemy is my friend. And perhaps it does. And perhaps Hillary is hoping. That's why she's laying in the cut, suffering the slings and arrows. Or perhaps Bernie Sanders will win. To me, if there isn't a probability of any of these things happening, including the gentleman who I know the least about, I don't know if it's Cruz or the other guy now, you know, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But I personally am anxiously looking at my home state, New York, coming up to see. I'm going to give you my prediction, and I hope to release this before. And I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm predicting a Trump victory. Yeah. And in New York. Yeah, that's what I'm predicting. Because we had the Bloomberg experiment. Give the wealthy businessman the keys to. It's almost like saying, here, you're the billionaire. You got all the fancy ideas. You know how to make things grow. Here, fix this if you think you're such a hot shot.
now, am I going to vote for Trump? That's my business. You feel me? That's my business. Am I going to vote for Hillary? Am I going to vote? Quite frankly, I'm still looking to see where my vote will be cast in this kind of election. I'm still shopping candidates. And there are more than those the people that we know popularly. But if the vote means something, then it means that this is where you're putting your stand. This is what I'm standing on. That's why the vote without education, as we've been reminded of recent films, it's exactly like money without education. It's exactly the same thing. A fool and his money will soon part. A fool and his vote will soon part. If you're so foolish as to say, I am a blah, 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 here's my money, here's my vote, you're the fool, and you and your vote have soon parted. If you, however, consider all the possibilities, you see, and especially the most despised possibility. I just said to my neighbor, it was beautiful, it was priceless. I was coming to make this video. I said, Trump. He said, what? He stuttered at even hearing me say it. Do I like Trump? You know I don't like Trump. And I'm laughing to keep from crying because I'm remembering what my life was like and being him 8 years ago when the conversation about Obama came up. Someone did that with me, so I learned this technique. Okay, I was in Sarasota, Florida, feeling like a rock star. I'm doing a play. I'm in Sarasota, I'm balling out, right? And eating, you're the only Negroes up in there. Me and my man Will Dalton was with me. I can tell you about this story. And I'm playing the Adolph Caesar role. He's playing the Denzel role. So we feeling fleeky, And I'm eating my food, And then 2 low-pigmented ladies, maybe 3, they're sitting at a table not too far from us. And we're like, hey, it's how it is when you're a star, you intermingle with people of all races, And do you know this lady turned to us? She may as well just turn to me because Will didn't say nothing. And asked, so what do you think of Obama? Just like I said to him, Trump, right? And I think I had a similar kind of reaction as my man had. Okay? Because that was the last thing I was expecting somebody to ask me about. Here I am, I'm doing me. What do you think? Because I'm brown, I gotta
action. I resisted the, oh yes, I'm gonna be for Obama. Because that's what education is for. Okay? Education is so you think. And when you think, you use your resources to get more resources for yourself and the world. That's it. That's what I think of Trump. Thanks, Trump.